Welcome to video 6 in the most complete video series you will find on YouTube regarding buying a home. In the last video, we discussed inspections. We went over the different types of inspections that you can have and why you would want to have them done. In this video, we are going to go over the critical process of negotiations for the repairs that you want, be a seller repairing them, seller providing you a credit, or the seller reducing the price of the house in lieu of repairs. This is your opportunity to ensure that the home that you're buying is actually worth what you're paying for it, and that major problems are addressed so that they will not cost you tens of thousands of dollars down the road. I'm David Karras, and in this video, I'm walking you through different ways to negotiate the repairs that you want to have happen before buying the house that you want. This is where buyers either protect themselves or they make catastrophic mistakes that haunt them for years. Now, most buyers, they rush through this phase or they skip critical steps to save money. Then they move in and those items they overlooked become bigger and end up costing them a lot of money. Now, don't let that be you. By the end of this video, my goal is that you will know exactly how to negotiate your repairs to ensure that the house that you are buying is enjoyable and not a money pit. Once you have your inspection report, it's time to decide what to ask for and how to ask for it. This is a delicate negotiation that can make or can break your deal. Requesting repairs versus credits and price reductions, right? These are the three main options you have when negotiations happen for your inspection findings. Each has their own pros and their cons, and we're going to go into that. Option 1, request specific repairs. This is where you provide a list of specific items that you want the seller to repair before closing. The seller will hire a contractor to complete the work, and the repairs must be completed before closing, or you get a credit if they can't be done in time. The pros for this type of requests is knowing that the problems are fixed before you move in. You don't have to deal with repairs immediately. Major issues are addressed, and the seller pays for repairs, and it doesn't come out of your pocket. Now, like everything, there are some cons. Here they are. You don't control who does the work. You don't control the quality. The seller, they're going to hire the cheapest contractor. Work may be done poorly or with cheap materials. Repairs may not be completed to your satisfaction, and it creates potential for further negotiations if repairs aren't done properly. This option is best for major safety issues that must be fixed, like electrical hazards, structural concerns, items that must be functioning for you to move in, and when you're not handy and you don't want to manage the repairs yourself. So here's an example of a request under this category. Seller to repair the roof leak in the master bedroom, replace the non-functioning HVAC unit, bring all electrical to code per inspection report, and repair the plumbing leak under the kitchen sink. All work to be completed by a licensed contractor before closing, with proof of permits and invoices provided by buyer. Ding! Yeah, if you know what that is, give me a thumbs up. Now, let's talk about option 2, requesting credits or seller concessions. Here's how that works. Instead of making repairs, the seller provides a credit towards your closing costs or gives you cash back at closing, and you handle the repairs yourself after closing. The amount is negotiated and based off of an estimated repair cost, whether from contractors or an agreed upon amount. Okay. Now, the pro for this option includes you control the repairs, you choose the contractors, you can decide quality of work and materials, you can prioritize repairs based off of your timeline and budget, and you can get credits can be rolled into your loan. So you're spreading it out over 30 years instead of paying up front. Here are some cons. You have to manage the repairs yourself. You need cash available if credits don't cover everything, and you're living with the issues until you fix them. This type of request is best for people who are handy or have trusted contractors. When you want to control quality, when you want to spread repair costs over your loan, and when you're buying below market value and can take on repairs, or when the seller doesn't want to deal with coordinating repairs. Now here's an example of that request. Seller to provide $8,500 credit at closing for buyer to address items identified in the inspection report, including HVAC replacement, $6,000, plumbing repairs, $1,200, and electrical updates, $1,300. Bing! Next is option number 3, request price reduction. This is when you lower the purchase price to reflect the needed repairs and you handle the repairs yourself after closing. Here are some pros for that. It reduces your loan amount, so you have a lower monthly payment. It reduces your property taxes theoretically because you can argue your purchase price versus assessed price. You can control repairs and timing, and you get immediate equity boost, no matter what that is. Here are some cons. Okay, seller may resist more than a credit as it reduces their net proceeds. It may affect appraisal if the price drops significantly. You pay for repairs out of pocket. It's not rolling to your loan, and you need cash available for repairs. This option is best for those who want to reduce their loan amount. When you're paying cash and you want a lower price, when you have cash available for repairs, and when a seller is motivated and flexible on the price. So here's an example of that request. Buyer requests $10,000 price reduction to reflect the needed repairs identified in the inspection report. Ping! Lastly, option 4, the combination approach. This one's used quite often, and oftentimes it's the best strategy, and you'll see why. Seller to repair the roof leak and electrical hazards. Safety items must be fixed before closing, and provide $5,000 credit at closing. Buyer to address remaining items in the inspection report. Bing! This ensures safety items are fixed while giving you control and cash for the other repairs. Now let's talk about which option should you choose. Well, you need to consider these key things. 1, your skills, right? Are you handy? Are you really handy, right? Do you have trusted contractors? Your cash. Do you have money for repairs, or do you need them done before closing? Look at your time. Can you live with these issues while you fix them gradually, or do you need everything working immediately? Or do you want to live with a contractor for 6 months? You need to look at the market. In a hot seller's market, you might not get much. In a buyer's market, you have more leverage. The seller, are they handy and will they do quality work, or will they hire the cheapest contractor possible? You don't want Bozo the Clown playing with electrical work. Typically, what you would want to do is request repairs on safety and habitability issues. For cosmetic or non-urgent items, request credits or price reductions. Major systems request credits so that you can control the quality. Now let's discuss what sellers typically will or won't fix. Not all inspection findings are negotiable. Understanding what sellers typically agree to fix helps you become more able to put in a realistic request. So what sellers usually will fix? Safety hazards like electrical issues, missing GFCIs, exposed wires, dangerous conditions, things like that. Structural safety concerns, carbon monoxide risks, fire hazards. Those are big and they understand those need to get taken care of. These are non-negotiable because they're safety issues and could affect insurance or resale. If the lender requires it, sellers usually have to fix it or the deal falls through. Major systems not functioning. HVAC not working, plumbing not functioning right, electrical issues preventing occupancy, the sellers will typically take care of that. They know that things need to work for you to live there. They also will take care of usually active roof leaks. They don't want the liability of selling a house with a leaking roof. If there's active termites or pests, the seller will usually pay for a treatment. Now let's talk about what sellers usually won't fix. And again, I'm going to say everything's negotiable and everybody handles things different, but this is just a typical list, okay? They're not going to fix cosmetic issues. Worn carpet, dated decor, scuff marks, or minor wall damage, ugly paint colors. You saw them during the showing. You knew what you were getting into, right? Minor maintenance items such as caulking, weather stripping, clogged gutters, missing light bulbs. These are cheap and easy for you to handle. Now, items at or near the end of the expected lifespan. Let's say that the HVAC system is 18 years old and has 2 to 5 years left, right? Maybe the roof has 3 or 4 years of remaining lifespan. Maybe the water heater is 12 years old, but it's still working fine. These are all functioning now, just old. The seller might argue that you're buying an old house and you should expect old systems. You might negotiate credits for these, but the seller likely won't replace them. Now let's get into how to make realistic requests. The first thing you want to do in negotiations is not offend. If you come in too crazy, you're going to, right off the bat, you're going to screw everything up. You need to focus on safety and function. These are your strongest negotiating points: electrical, structural, major leaks, pests. Provide documentation. Attach the inspection report. Include contractor estimates if you have them for the repair cost. For example, right? Inspector noted the HVAC system is not heating properly, right? We obtained a quote from ABC Heating and it's going to cost $7,000 to repair. Be reasonable. Don't ask for every single item on a 50-page inspection report. Prioritize big ticket items and safety items. Remember, is it, can it, will it cost, flood, blood, fire, or death? Consider the market. In a hot seller's market, you're going to get less. Focus on critical items only. In a buyer's market, you may be able to push the envelope a little bit because you'll have some more leverage. But consider the price that you're paying. If you negotiated a great price below market value, the seller may resist repair requests. If you're paying at or above asking, you have more leverage. Now, you got to think about the as-is consideration. Some sellers, they list the properties as is, where is, meaning they won't make any repairs. You can still request repairs or credits, but they may refuse. Your only option may be to accept it as is or walk away. Here's an example of reasonable versus unreasonable request. Let's get with unreasonable first. Seller, to repair all items noted in the 68-page inspection report, including replacing all worn carpet, $3,000, and repaint the entire interior, $5,000. Replace all light fixtures, $1,200. Re-landscape the front yard, $3,000. Replace old but functioning HVAC system, $10,000. Replace old but functioning water heater, $1,500. Recaulk all bathrooms, $300. Replace cabinet hardware, $200. Total, $21,000 whatever dollars for mostly cosmetic items. Why it's unreasonable? Well, these are mostly cosmetic elective upgrades. You saw these during your showing, and your offer should have reflected this. Now let's talk about something that's reasonable. Seller, to address the following safety and functional concerns identified in the inspection report dated blah, 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 blah. 1. Repair active roof leak in master bedroom. Contract estimate, $1,200. Number 2, replace non-functioning HVAC compressor. Contractor estimate, $2,800. Number 3, repair plumbing leak under kitchen sink, $300. Number 4, install GFCI outlet in bathroom and kitchen per code, $400. Number 5, repair loose handrail on stair, safety issue, $150. Total, $4,900 or whatever. Okay. Seller may choose to complete repairs or provide a credit of $4,850, $4,900, whatever it was, at closing for buyers to address these items. They may come back and only offer half. Why it's reasonable. These are legitimate safety and functionality issues backed by estimates and focused on critical items. Now let's talk about a reinspection after repairs. Let's say the seller agrees to make repairs. You have the right to verify that they were completed properly. So what is a reinspection? Well, pretty much what it is. It's a follow-up inspection to verify repairs were completed as agreed upon and can be done they can be done by the original inspector or by you. So let's talk about when you might need a reinspection. When major repair items were completed, like the roof, HVAC, foundation, structural or safety repairs were made, you want to ensure that the work was done, it was done properly. You don't want to trust the seller's contractor, right? Lenders might require verification. And what do we do during that inspection? We're looking for all agreed upon repairs. Were they completed? Was the work done properly and to code? Were permits pulled if required? Do you have receipts and invoices that you can look at? Is there proof of warranty on work completed? So who pays for the reinspection? Great question. Typically it would be you, the buyer. They pay for the reinspection. And they typically cost $100 to $300. They're less than a full inspection since it's only checking specific items. So what if repairs aren't completed properly? Well, you got some options. You can request the seller to redo the work properly. You can request a credit and do the work yourself. You can delay closing until the repairs are completed satisfactory. Or you can cancel the contract if the seller refuses, if it's still within your contingency time. Now, your contract should state, seller to complete repairs in a workmanlike manner by licensed contractor. Buyer has a right to verify completion before closing. Should you do a reinspection? Yes. If major or expensive repairs were made, safety issues were addressed, or you have any doubts about the work. No, if there are minor repairs that were being made and you can easily verify them yourself at the final walkthrough, or you trust the seller and have some receipts showing that professional work was done. Bottom line, don't assume repairs were done just because the seller says so. Trust but verify. Verify the work was completed properly before you close. This is your last chance to ensure issues are fixed before you own the home. In my next video, we're going to go and wrap up the due diligence period and go over title work, appraisals, and insurance. Okay, now, if you found this video helpful, please do me a favor and hit that subscribe button so that you can continue to be notified when the next video drops in my home buyer series. I want to thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.